Yo, what's good? This your boy, Mr. Modest, aka the King of Travel, man. So listen, I'm over here right now. I find this African village, man. I'm riding down the road, you know what I'm saying, heading into Charleston, South Carolina. And I find this African village about an hour and a half away. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm going to see what the mini Africa is about over here in this area. Let's rock. Worldwide traveling off the beaten path. Yeah, man, so I just touring the area, seeing what's really happening over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Over here, this right here around the Charleston, South Carolina area. And Charleston known as the #1 tourist destination in the world over here in the U.S. So, man, you know what I mean? I'm going to see what this African village is all about over here. So y'all stay tuned, man. Welcome to Off the Beaten Path. Man, okay. So just checking out the area. See what's happening over here. Yeah, so right now, man, I'm just checking into the African village, you know what I mean? So, you know, this right here about an hour and some change away from Charleston, you know what I mean? So, check it out and see what's really going on over here, you know what I mean? So, we will see what's happening. They call this right here, you are leaving the U.S. and you are entering the Europa Kingdom, okay? And the highest name is Highness, okay? Yeah, man, welcome to Africa, man. Mini Africa near Charleston area.
Midas, the worldwide traveler, also known as the King of Travel. Yeah, his life is like a movie. Yeah, they think they got you figured out, but they really don't. Think bigger than your city. Yeah, come on, let's travel.
My name is Oyotunji. I will be your tour guide today. Welcome to Oyotunji. Let's see, the name of our town, Oyotunji, it means Oyo returns, or Oyo is born again. Oyo and Benin are two cities on the west coast of Africa that have been well known for antiquity. As far back as 2500 BC, they were the endpoints on the great caravan routes across northern Africa. Back when the Sahara still had grass, and they were Yoruba towns. Now, the Yoruba lost more than half of their population during the North Atlantic slave trade. And the way that we know that the Geechee and Gullah people had Yoruba among their ancestry is partly because of the names that they give their children. Names like Peola, which means honor is born in the Yoruba language. Biola and Ori, good head. There are many Oris in the Charleston, South Carolina. Ori, when it says good head, it means that your head, your conscience is good. Your integrity is good. Your person is good. Your heart is good. Your Ori is good.
Okay.
A young lady right up the road is named Oshon, and that name is associated with the Orisha and love of law and harmony. Our idiosyncrasies are the same. We are taught never sweep anyone's foot with the broom, which is directly related to the Yoruba worship of one of the Orisha of the earth, whose symbol is the broom. The nicknames are the same on both sides of the Atlantic, Nene, Riri, Lili, among others. The village has been in existence since 1970, when our first Oba, or king, arrived with a small band of artists and their families and purchased these 15 acres of land from one of the farmers and leaders of the Sheldon community, and Mr. Felix Smalls. When they purchased this land, it was woods and swamps. There were no houses. You know, all this that you see here, none of this was here. It was just trees and land. They didn't have any grants or large machinery, no help of any kind. They just started chopping down trees, pulling up stumps, building with the help of the Orisha and the ancestors. And we have what is called the Dakpwe, or Men's Work Group, which means once a month to work on public projects under the direction of the Dakpegan of Men's Work Chief. This is our sign right here. Now, my Yoruba is not very good, so I'm going to read it in English. It says, notice, you are leaving the U.S. You are entering the Yoruba Kingdom. In the name of His Highness Ofuntola, peace, welcome to the sacred Yoruba village in North America, built by priests of the Vodun cults as a tribute to our ancestors. These priests preserve the customs, laws, and religions of the African race. Welcome to our land. Now, because we are leaving American soil and going onto African soil, we want to give respect what's respect is due. So you're going to touch the ground and you're going to say Ashe.
Okay.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe.
Okay. This right here is about Oseijeman, Ofuntola, Adefunmi the first.
Okay.
Right, he is our founder. All right, he received his introduction to African spirituality from his own father, who was a follower of Marcus Garvey. The Oba was a dancer and performed all over the world with the Catherine Dunham dance troupe. He was an artist and did all of the artwork behind Alegba. I'll show you that once we get to that point, including the sculptures. An architect, he designed all of the public buildings in Oyotunji using traditional Yoruba architectural designs. He was one of the first African Americans to be initiated into the priesthood when he became a priest of Obatala in 1957 in Matanzas, Cuba. Again, here we have Oba. Ofuntola Oseijeman, Adelabu, Adefunmi the first. Ashe. All right. A year after founding the village, he traveled to Nigeria and was initiated as a Babalawo, or high priest of our culture. He again visited Nigeria in 1981 at the invitation of the Ooni of Ile-Ife, the paramount chief of the Yoruba, and was crowned the Oba of the Yoruba of North America. So he's not just the king of Oyotunji. Okay, but he was appointed as the king over the entire North American Yoruba society. All right. Okay. He died in 2005, and later that same year, an eldest son, which is the 14th son of Oba Oseijeman, Oba Adejugbe Kabiesi. This is our standing Oba right now. You may look up and get to see him somewhere in the village. You know, he's running around.
Yeah. So he the king of the village.
Right, he is the king of Oyotunji. He is the king of the North American Yoruba movement.
Okay.
Yes. Oba Adejugbe was crowned Oba by the Oni in Ile-Ife after receiving the rituals commensurate with that title. All right. Oh, and the drums right there, you know, that's how we Basically, it's like our alarm clock, kind of like when we have something going on in the town, the drums are rung. There's an hour drum, then there's a 30-minute drum, and then there's a right now drum, and those are all different drums. I'm not a drummer, so I can't drum it, or I'll drum it out for you, but yeah, we do have that.
Gotcha. Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah. So over here we have Esho. Now, Esho, for one, I can tell you, is the only Orisha that you do not do ballet to. Okay? This is the temple of Esho Alegba. Esho Alegba is the Orisha of luck, and he opens the roads for success when you're trying to accomplish something. All right? So you want to start a business, you want to buy a house, you're thinking you want to find you a wife to marry. You know what I'm saying? You told Esho, hey, I need you to open these roads up so I can find what I'm looking for, so that it's smooth, so there's no roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? To stop my path. Open these roads up for me. His numbers are 3 and also 21. And his colors are red and black. Like Mercury, he rules the astrological signs of Virgo and Gemini. If you know any Virgo or Gemini people, then you know that they love to exchange ideas, communicate. It's a Virgo thing for sure. And they make great teachers and writers. So we also call Esho Lord of Communications. Adults leave quarters and candy here for him every day, and the children can take it off. We leave candy, we leave popcorn, he likes fruit, of course he likes liquor. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much take anything you want. You know what I'm saying? And he's the only Orisha that we do not do ballet to. Instead, you know what I'm saying, we come, he like a little shake. You know what I'm saying?
And dance and everything. Okay, okay.
Give a little shake, you know. And then you spin it out.
Okay, definitely. So what the people do? They just, the popcorn and stuff, they just throw it on there?
Yeah, just throw it on there.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, like you see, we're over there preparing food. She's not taking the towel off of it. And she's over there we're preparing food for the community. And so we just, first thing you do, you always is you make a plate for Esho. You ever got your food, you been ready to eat, right? And you eating your food and your whole plate just dropped? You didn't make Alegba a plate, so he took it.
Okay.
Keep playing with him.
Gotcha.
You understand me?
Gotcha.
Keep playing with him.
Keep playing with him.
All right. So now we're coming into the royal outfit. Okay. Over here on the left, we have what is the Royal Academy. Okay, in 1970, when they came here and they started here, we had a school. We taught everything was self-contained. All right, so we taught the Yoruba culture, we taught the language, we were taught the history, as well as, you know what I'm saying, basic mathematics, reading, things of that nature. Right here, our own king Oba Adesejimi, he himself was schooled right here. Right?
Okay.
Back here, we have the Afin. That is the palace. Back there. So that's where the king, the Oba, lives with his wife, his children. This is a polygamous community. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So a man can have more than one wife. Now the thing is, when people think of polygamy, you know, there are a lot of misconceptions. Okay, the way that a true polygamous family works is in the Yoruba culture. Is the wives, the first wife will bring in the second wife. The second wife would bring in the third wife. Now here's the thing. Guess what? A husband can take as many wives as he can afford to take care of. And you better make sure that he can afford to take care of them, because guess what? Once a man takes a wife, he can't leave her.
He can't leave her.
We can leave him, and we don't need a reason. You know what? I don't like the way you look today. I don't want you no more. And that's it. There's no questions asked. Okay. So once you take on your wife, just know, unless she decide to leave, you're stuck, buddy.
You stuck.
You stuck.
So you can have up to 20 wives.
I don't know how many wives.
But if she leave, that's it. It ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's it. It's a wrap. You stuck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So now we come over here. So this right here are the royal ancestors. Make sure I say everything right here. Now what I can tell you about it. don't care. Okay, so I'll tell you what I know. The royal ancestors, Oseijeman, our founder, he was a very fair-skinned man, very light, white-looking. Mm-hmm. Okay, and his family is the same way. The same way, very, very pale-skinned black people. This is, and mind you, this is his artwork. Okay. This is his artwork. But this is the two clans. His mother, his yaya's side, and his father's side. Yaya means mother, baba means father. Mm. Okay? And these are the ones who paved the way, who kept it strong for him. Let him know that you are, even though you may be fair-skinned, you are an African man.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget who you are. Mm. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who paved the way and ground that into him. So for them, we give honor and we give thanks, because without them, there would have been no him. Without him, there would be no Oyotunji. There would be no us.
Gotcha.
You see, the pillars are the women.
Okay,
the women are the pillars of the community in the Yoruba culture. Mm-hmm. Okay, the women are who holds up the community. You know what I'm saying? As you see, we're out there cooking breakfast for the community. We making sure we ain't much, just some boiled eggs and pancakes, but hey, it's what it is, right? Because we do outside cooking and all of this. Now, without these pillars, these buildings would fall down. Mm. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it's up to the men of the community to uplift the women, so that the women can continue to lift up the community. That's the significance of those.
Okay.
So now we come into the symbol of Ofuntola.
Ofuntola.
This is the town of Ofuntola. Oseijeman, he was a priest of Ofuntola. Ofuntola. Excuse me. This is the town of the patron of our town, the Orisha Ofuntola. Ofuntola is called the father of the Orisha and the father of laughter. His color is white, and like Jupiter, he rules the astrological sign of Sagittarius and is co-ruler of Pisces. His number is 8, and he is the one who forms the fetus in the womb. For this reason, special needs children are sacred to Ofuntola, and both here and in Nigeria, his priests will endeavor to see that they receive an education and become self-supporting. Many times, special needs people will find their home with the compassionate priest of Ofuntola. As mentioned previously, Ofuntola is the patron and father of our town. Here with Ofuntola is Onile, patroness of our Ogboni. Our Ogboni is like our parliament when we make laws and rules. The Ogboni meets regularly and at present consists of 5 female and 7 male chiefs. The Ogboni is the Ogboni society. They're over who lives here, the homes. Hey, chill out.
he said he digging a hole.
Don't get me beat up. That's what she gonna do. Chill out. She after these caterpillars. She after these caterpillars. She's a mess. She's the only dog you'll see running around. But anyway, I made me forget where I was at. Anyway, something else I didn't tell you about Ofuntola.
Okay.
Is like one of the animals that represents him is the elephant.
Elephant.
And the spider. Like, I'm terrified of spiders.
Yeah.
I'm more Ofuntola. Ofuntola is my father. So I look at him as my disciplinarian, because I would throw my leg to a spider.
Definitely. You ain't the only one.
I'm going to be still, because I'm like, just go.
So why is his symbolism the spider in there?
That I can't tell you. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I just know that those are two of the creatures that represents him.
Okay.
So, let's see here. Now, where was I? I'll start this one. Because Oshon is a healing Orisha, Mama Keke opened up an herb shop on Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, where she dispensed herbal remedies and advice. She was also a dancer and danced with Dr. Pearl Primus, an anthropology professor at City College in New York. Mama Keke helped our first Oba open a Yoruba temple on 16th Street in Harlem.
Okay.
Next tomb belongs to Chief Awolowo. He was one of the artists who accompanied our first Oba from New York after helping start both the studio and the African Arts Museum in Harlem in the 1960s. He was the first person to be initiated into the priesthood on this land when he became a priest of Ofuntola in 1970. He was a self-taught linguist and taught us the Yoruba language so that we could teach it to our children and speak to the Orisha and our ancestors in the language that they are accustomed to and can understand. He showed us the similarities between Black English and the Yoruba language, one of the most glaring being the fact that the Yoruba don't change their verbs either. Okay, so that was Chief Awolowo. Okay. Here we have Chief Alegba. He has since transitioned since this was printed up, so he's not on here. Chief Alegba was the Alegba. He was one of the founders of Oyotunji, and at the time that he transitioned, he was the Alegba. The Alegba is the chief over the Egungun society. Okay, the Egungun society is the worship of the ancestors, which is the basis for Yoruba religion. Okay, for our worship. Okay, well, our belief is, you know what I'm saying, we go through our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, because the Supreme Creator, Olodumare, you got to understand, he busy. You know what I'm saying? He busy. You know what I'm saying? So he got his, you know what I'm saying? He got his department heads, which are the, so that's how you could look at. He got department heads, the Orisha. You feel me? But before we go to the department head, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through the sergeant at arms, and that's your ancestors.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones who whisper in your ear. You got that gut feeling. How you know that? You know what I'm saying? And that's who he was over. Then we have Chief Awolowo. Chief Awolowo was a politician from Milwaukee. For many years, he helped the people of his city by serving on many committees and councils. He was instrumental in starting the Juneteenth celebrations, which has since become one of the biggest money makers of the year for the Milwaukee Chamber of Commerce. When he retired from political life, he and his followers came down, petitioned our Oba for land, started chopping down trees and pulling up stumps, and he became a priest of Yemoja. Okay? So now over here, we come to the temple of Shango. Shango is hot.
Shango.
It's hot. It's fire. Right? So it only makes sense that we would have him next to the coolest one, Ofuntola. Right?
Gotcha.
Because, somebody got to keep that fire tamed down.
Definitely.
Right. So this is the symbol of Shango. Shango was the fourth king of Oyo. He was defied because of his dynamic personality. Because he was a warrior king who spread the boundaries of Yoruba land, and because he was a magician who knew how to bring down thunder and lightning. To this day, he is known as the Orisha of thunder and lightning. He's well known throughout the diaspora, and there is a Shango Baptist church in Trinidad. Like Uranus, he rules the signs of Aquarius, and his colors are red and white. His number is 6.
Gotcha.
And just to continue about the Europa Academy, was grades 1 through 12. All of our graduates have gone on to higher education. One young lady was honored by having her biography published in Who's Who Among American High School Seniors 2001. All right. Another made the dean's list her first year at Claflin College.
Gotcha.
She's now a midwife. A lot of people in Oyotunji that are come through here that are particularly priests of Oshon or Yemoja, they go into healing and nurturing type occupations.
What is that right there?
This is nothing.
Okay.
It's just some stuff sitting
Just
there.
a little place in there.
It's just some stuff sitting there.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to come on down here this way.
Yeah, man. So just visiting this African village right here. This is about how far is this from Charleston right here? About an hour?
About an hour, 20 minutes, hour, 30 minutes or so.
Okay, hour and 30 minutes from Charleston. And this is by Beaufort, right?
Yeah, this is considered Beaufort County.
Okay, Beaufort County.
So now we come to Olokun.
Olokun.
Yes, Olokun is the Orisha of the deep sea. Okay? Olokun reminds you to look, don't just look at the surface of things. You got to get deep.
Gotta get deep
into it. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at what's down in there. What's that down there?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's getting to the root of a situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's getting to the root of the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. For example, love to use myself as an example, right? I always go into a rage if somebody accused me of doing something I didn't do, and I done told you I ain't do it, and you keep coming at me, and I will go into a rage, right? So I had to get to the root of the situation. Olokun says get deep, look deep, go to the root of it. Well, the root of the situation was because it was a response to trauma. You feel what I'm saying? To my mama whooping my behind for multiple hours when I was a child, in one particular butt whooping. Right? Now, it goes even deeper than that, right? Olokun says get to the root of it now.
Get to the root.
Right? Because how are we going to work on you now? The deep of it is take accountability for the part I played with it. Well, I was only in 3rd grade. What part could I have played in it, right? The fact was I was a little liar and I was a little thief. I lied before I tell the truth and I had sticky fingers. And my mama knew who her child was. So when I came home from school with this umbrella that she'd never seen before, and I said my grandmama sent it to me, she thought I was lying and that I had stolen it. She whooped my behind, but guess what? And here's the part that I played in it. That morning, only reason I came home with my umbrella is because I had took it to school with me the week before and I had left it at school. That particular morning, I found it in the lost and found box in the school store. But how was I in the school store? Because my little sticky finger behind had went in my mama's purse and stole some money that morning. So I'm in the school store making it rain. I look in the lost and found box to see my umbrella. So at the end of that butt whooping, when I called my grandmama and had my grandmama describe the umbrella to my mama, and my mama said, well, she'll do something to deserve it eventually anyway.
Gotcha.
See how it goes around?
Gotcha. Looking into the deep, yeah. And understanding.
Looking into the deep of it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Not saying that my mama was right and justified in the way that she whooped me, but still you got to take all things into account.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
You understand?
Oh, yeah.
So Olokun teaches us to look deep into things.
Okay.
You feel me? Things go deep, way deeper than we just think. And when you think you done got to the root of it, look a little deeper.
Look a little deeper.
Look a little deeper.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what Olokun teaches us. Her colors are chalk. Excuse me, I'm gonna say her. I say her, but understand Olokun is both.
Okay.
Olokun can be both male and female.
Okay.
When I look at this Olokun, I feel like it's a male looking at me. But when I speak of Olokun, I speak of Olokun as a her. Okay?
Gotcha.
So you may some say he, some may say she. Nobody's right or wrong because Olokun is both. All right. His colors are chalk white and coral. Olokun's number is 4, and he gives humanity spiritual power over physical phenomena. Okay, that's like the power of manifestation.
Manifestation.
I say that's that speaking it to existence.
Okay.
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 Now we come this way. And that's one of our beautiful queens right there.
Okay.
I love you. And what you do when you see the queen is you touch the ground, you do a ballet, you touch
the ground. Okay. Definitely.
Yes. Let me kiss your hand.
Okay.
And when you say D-Day, that D-Day is your blessings, that means for you to rise.
Okay. Definitely.
So now we come over here to the Yemoja Temple. So just a quick background, because you see there's nothing here. On New Year's Eve, a tornado came through right here in Yemoja, and this tree fell down and totally destroyed our Yemoja Temple. This right here is Ile Yemoja, the Yemoja guest house, right? We have residents that live in that house.
Okay.
And that tree fell right outside of her door. Right? And took out the entire temple. So we're currently working on getting all of this, as you see, rebuilt and everything. Like I said, this took place on New Year's Eve. You know, as you see, we don't have the luxury of, you know, a whole bunch of heavy equipment. So we work the way we can here. And everybody works here, men and women work together. You're just like you'll see a man up on the roof hammering. You'll see a woman up on a ladder painting.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Work together.
Yeah, we all work around here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't do, well, like, I know I can't do no heavy lifting, so of course I will go get a man to come and you can lift this for me, Joe. Well, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, we all work equally around here. Okay, so Yemaja is called Mother of the Gods. She lives in the sea and is the patron of the Women's Society here in Oyotunji, also known as Egbe Moremi. For that reason, we have the female rites of passage during her festival. At that time, women young and old spend a 4-day weekend here, taking spiritual baths and learning the history and the dances of the Egbe, or society. There's a festival for Yemaja in Brazil every December 31st, when thousands of paper boats are launched into the ocean full of candies, candles, and other gifts to the Orisha. All right? I'm going to come back out this way. Yeah. So here we have the Oshon temple.
Oshon temple.
Yeah, now Oshon, she likes to get up with the person. Okay. So Oshon, we come up here.
Okay.
Okay. Oshun is the mother of Oyotunji. Her number is 5 and her colors are gold, brass, yellow. Really any bright color. She lives in the river and gives fertility. She is the Orisha of love, beauty, and gives her special protection to girls and married couples. Like Venus, she rules Libra and Taurus. They say that Oshun cures the child and does not charge the father. And again, she's the mother of Oyotunji. One of the things that represents her is honey, sweetness. You know what I'm saying? Something pure. Of course, with honey representing her, one of the animals that represents her is bees. Bees could be not a wasp, but bees. Bees come by me, I'm like, ooh, yeah, Oshun, okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you're Shuma like a protector.
Yeah, she is a warrior goddess. She yields a sword as well. She's vain. She carries a mirror. She wears a veil. So she's humble, but she's, you know what I'm saying, discreet. But she's sexy.
Gotcha.
That is Oshun. All right. Now we come over here to our Ogun temple. We just completed weekend before last our Ogun festival, also known as the Men's Festival, also affectionately referred to as Oko Festival.
Gotcha.
Oko translates to phallus, the man's phallus in Yoruba culture. And so this is the Ogun shrine. Ogun is the Orisha of iron and war. He is the patron of the Men's Society, Egbe Akinkonju of Oyotunji. For that reason, the men's rites of passage takes place during Ogun's festival. During that 4-day weekend, men young and old have to walk to Beaufort and back in one day. They have to prove that they can swim in the deep ocean. They have to make a shelter in the woods with no nails and sleep in it overnight. After these and a few more tests, men are allowed to join. Here with Ogun is Ozotosi, the Yoruba Orisha of law and courts. Ogun's number is 3, and his colors are green and black. Like Mars, he rules the sign of Aries. Okay, so when you think of law enforcement, you think of big rig trucks, you think of locomotives, you think of guns, machetes, all of those things are Ogun. Okay, they're basically, long story short, kind of like, get down, almost to say all things masculine.
Gotcha.
You know, You know what I'm saying? Ogun, he's the one that he can make himself as big as he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you call on Ogun to block, he can make himself as big as he needs to be to block whatever struggle, problem you got coming your way.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Gotcha.
Ogun, he get big and take care of you. He got you.
Gotcha.
Okay? He got
Gotcha.
your back. You see that? That's the Ogun fellas. Ogun.
Ogun, okay.
That's how you translate.
Right, right. Definitely.
Ah, shit. Ah. We have one more temple yard to go into.
Okay. So what is this right here? This like a little school?
Oh, yeah, this is a compound.
Okay.
This is a residential compound. People live there. Yeah. And there, people live in there.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all residential residences back there.
Okay.
And then we have more up there, Nago is up the road. That's where the train leads to.
Okay.
But we have more up there, Nago. The little beautiful princess with the green hair is one of our beautiful princesses. Princess Oyotunji. Over here you see we have our garden.
Mm-hmm.
Because once again here, Oyotunji, the objective, the goal is to be fully self-contained.
Fully self-contained.
Understand what I'm saying? We have, you know, at the end we'll finish up with our market over there. You know what I'm saying? It's the purpose is to be fully self-contained. That if we have to go outside those gates, then it's for need. You know what I'm saying? A true necessity. But for us to be able to have everything we need within the compounds of our land.
Okay.
So now we come to Oya.
Oya.
Oya is the mother of hurricanes, tornadoes, really any strong wind.
Okay.
So, like, I may be sitting there. I may be hot. It get hot. It get hot out here. So I be sitting there, it's hot for no reason. And there it go right there. There go that breeze that come through. Oh, Oya.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh, there it go right there. And that breeze comes through. You feel that breeze. You
Cool
close your
y'all.
eyes and you feel Oya kiss you on your cheeks.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's Oya. Take a moment to stop and feel the breeze. That's Oya. Okay, whether it's slight or strong, but particularly the strong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I personally, I believe in that. Oya and Yemoja got together and said, "Hey, we need to redo this temple." Oya said, "I got you." Knock the tree on it.
Okay. Gotcha.
You
Gotcha.
understand? So we go over here to Oya. Her number is 9, and her colors are multicolored, but she is partial to purple. Like Pluto, she rules Scorpio. She is the favorite wife of Shango, and is called the mother of Egungun. She also rules over the graveyard. So when you pass by a graveyard, you circle your hand over your head because the wind circles over your head. So that's Oya. You circle the hand over your head and kiss it, Ashe. That's salute to Oya when you pass the graveyard because you salute her because she's the mother over the dead. Right? And because she's the mother over the dead, also, in with her yard, we have Mama Loja.
Mama Loja.
Okay? And Mama Loja is over the market.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying. If you have a market, you have a product that you sell. You know what I'm saying. You want to have you a Mama Loja. You want to make you an offering to Mama Loja. But Mama Loja, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna need to make this money. I need this Owo to come in here, Mama Loja. You know what I'm saying. And if you look at it, isn't she beautiful?
Definitely. Okay.
Isn't she beautiful?
Okay. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah, she make you want to go and look and pick and touch stuff up. That's Mama Loja. She's over the market.
Mama Loja.
Okay. All right. Then from there, come over here. We have Ile Iku. Ile Iku translates to the home of the dead, because in Yoruba culture we feel that every spirit needs someplace to go. So all of our ancestors, the slaves who died out in slavery, they don't have any ancestors, any descendants to worship them, to lift them up, to elevate them, to feed them, to make sure that they crossed over properly. You understand what I'm saying? All spirits have to have a home, and so therefore Ile Iku gives those spirits a home.
Okay.
You understand?
Gotcha.
You see this? They read everybody about there?
Right.
That boy. Okay? So every spirit has to have a home. So we have Ile Iku.
Ile Iku. Okay.
That's it. So now we come down to a market.
Okay.
Now, I do not have my market up right now because I'm waiting for something. Just not putting it out today. But I sell crystals. I make and sell Florida water. If you know what Florida water is, it's like liquid sage. Okay. I customize my Florida water using herbs, depending on what you want going on, depending if you want that, because I make big batches, which basically I sell with cheesecloth, so that you can strain when you're ready, because the longer it sits in the herbs, the stronger it gets, the more powerful it gets, right? And so then when you're ready to, you can strain it with a cheesecloth. So then you have your Florida water, which you will mix into a gallon of spring water.
Okay.
So it makes a gallon of Florida water, or you can mix it as strong or as light as you want, but it makes up to a gallon of Florida water. Then the herbs, you just put it on dishes and in bowls and set it around and let it potpourri and perfume your home or wherever you're at. Feel me? And then after it dries out, then you can light it and burn it.
Gotcha.
So that way you get your full use out of everything.
Gotcha.
You understand? Because you gotta understand, in the Yoruba culture, we don't believe in wasting anything. Remember that when we do offerings, if we sacrifice a goat, we're gonna sacrifice that goat. Then we're going to clean that goat. Then we're going to cook that goat. And then we're going to eat that goat.
Definitely.
You feel me? We don't waste nothing. We cooked boiled eggs this morning. I told everybody to save your shells, because the shells can go in the garden. Fertilize the ground.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Gotcha.
See, everything is a cycle.
Everything
and
got a purpose.
We got to feed back into it.
Okay.
We got to feed back into it. Okay? So now, like I said, so then we come over here to the market. We have... market over here. If you see anything you're interested in, let me know. I can get her. And she can also manage. We have Chief Duran's market over here, and she has the manufactured. She has the Murray and Landman, because if you look up Florida water online anywhere, this is what you're gonna find.
Okay.
This is what you're gonna find.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's up with that water right there?
This is, like I said, Florida water is like liquid sage. So where you would burn sage, instead you would do the spray Florida water.
Okay.
I personally, the Florida water that I sell, I also like to infuse it with crystals. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your sign or what's going on or what energy you're trying to harness determines which crystals that I put in it. I can take 3 different batches of Florida water, even this Florida water, and put crystals in 3 different crystals in each one, and each one is going to have a different scent, because the crystals are going to change the properties of that Florida water. And I do mean even with this one, not just the Florida water that I
Okay, and he made that right there.
He just made
Just
it.
finished it.
Okay,
Yeah, I just finished
Isn't
it.
isn't that gorgeous?
Probably like 4 minutes ago.
definitely.
You remember I was down there?
Yeah.
When I just disappeared, that's what I just would have did.
And when we started the tour, mind you, he was straight down there digging in the garden. And by the time we finished doing the tour, he done finished digging in the garden, went to his Ile, made some jewelry, and sold it, and made some oil. Look at that. Self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient. Definitely.
Mr. Midas, the worldwide traveler, aka the king of travel. His life is like a movie. They think they got you figured out, but they really don't. Remember, don't just talk about it, be about it. Think bigger than your city. Thanks for watching Mr. Midas, the worldwide traveler, aka the king of travel. But hey, stay tuned. The best is yet to come. To be continued.